who got attacked, who should be smacked, and which couple could be gone for good. All that and so much more on Sweetwater Secrets. Welcome back, Vixens. I'm Leanna Aguilera, your HBIC of all things Riverdale. And this is the after show for Chapter 18, When a Stranger Calls. You know, calls you on the phone repeatedly. So you know the drill. Spoilers are ahead. Cue all the red siren emojis. I'm assuming they're all right here. Okay. Now this was the most jam-packed episode of the season, and we have so much to discuss. From Jughead's salacious serpent behavior to the Black Hood's blackmailing threats. Plus, KJ Appa weighs in on Veronica's ex coming to town, and Madelaine Petsch spills her top hisses and kisses from the episode, and she reveals what's next for Cheryl after that truly traumatic night. So let's get all this started with the top headlines of the week in the Blue and Gold Breakdown. All right, guys, first up, the Black Hood is calling, and calling, and calling. And Betty keeps answering. Yes, he spent the entire episode blackmailing Betty, which included picking a vicious fight with Veronica and breaking up with Jughead via Archie, which was super awkward. And it all ended on a really creepy note when he forced Betty to put a hood on herself. Blech, that was, no.
This is bad, really bad.
Next, the Serpents have a new member. Tired of being half a serpent, Juggy was determined to keep the peace between the north side and the south side, and this was his solution. Now, the initiation was intensely bizarre. Yes, there was even a snake bite.
Rattlesnake bit me in True Blood.
But in the end, Jughead beat his way into the Serpents' ranks. Literally. And lastly, a blast from Veronica's past. Nick St. Clair came to Riverdale.
So you have nothing to worry about.
And it turns out Archie and the rest of our milkshake-loving gang had a lot to worry about because Nick St. Clair is a drug-doing, peer-pressuring, roofie-slipping douchebag. Now, after trying and failing to hook up with Veronica, Nick turned his predatory sights onto Cheryl. Luckily, our pussycats have some ferocious claws, and they smacked and kicked and punched that smug smile right off his face. And Betty delivered the final cherry on top.
Give me another name.
Nick St. Clair.
Now, this was a truly harrowing episode, and the topic of sexual abuse is eerily relevant right now. So here's what Madelaine Petsch had to say about this episode's events. This week's episode was so intense.
Yeah.
When you read the script for it and you found out that Cheryl was going to be getting roofied by Nick St. Clair, what was your reaction?
I'll be honest, I cried.
Really?
I cried, I called my mom, I was like, this is like, I didn't tell her what happened obviously, but I was like, this is like, it's a really heavy episode. This is a huge topic, especially right now with what's going on in the world, and it's so close to home and it's so important to, you know, portray it properly. I felt like a huge responsibility to make it real, but then also there was a part of me that was just, my heart was breaking. So it was a very interesting moment for me to get that, and there was no warning coming. Of course, it makes sense for us to be, you know, bringing these things to light. I think it's very rare for TV shows to be doing that, especially ones that are more geared towards younger fans. And I think it's important to kind of, you know, let them know what's going on in the world and all of that kind of stuff. But at the same time, it's just like, it's hard. As the person who plays the character and like as somebody who roots for the character every single time that I get a script. It's brutal.
You're a pig.
All right, guys, now it's time to move on to 7 Seconds in Heaven. Now, this passionate pops kiss between Jug and Betty was our bright light in a devastatingly dark episode. But it was quickly snuffed out when the Black Hood made Betty break up with Jug, and then Betty made Archie do her dirty work for her. Not cool, girl. Just look at this sad little face. He's so upset.
Tell Betty I got the message.
Now, unfortunately for all the Bughead fans out there, Jughead also locked lips with Tony this episode. Which kiss was better? Hit the comments right now and tell me. All right, guys, now over in Varchi news, things were extremely tense with Nick St. Clair practically drooling all over Veronica right in front of Archie.
Just when I thought you couldn't possibly get any sexier.
Now take a look at what KJ Appa had to tell me when we talked about those extra awkward moments.
Veronica's ex coming into the picture.
Yeah.
What does Archie have to say about that?
I don't think he has anything to say, for sure, but he's got some stuff to do about it, for sure, I reckon. Yeah, not heavy.
He can't be pleased.
No. Archie, out of all the people, would be the one that kind of would be really unhappy about that.
Is he a jealous boyfriend?
I wouldn't define him as being a
No.
jealous boyfriend, but I think
does
if
he have
all of
any
us
jealous
have
tendencies? Yeah, everyone
I think
does.
For sure. I mean, I think for sure if your partner has history with someone else and that, you know, you see them, you know, getting close or intimate in any kind of way, there's definitely going to be a hint of something coming out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's just say he gets what he deserves in the end.
Yes.
Damn right he got what he deserved. And this leads us into this week's Hisses and Kisses. All right, guys, I'm hurling multiple hisses to the Bughead breakup, Tony's rebound smooch, and just to Jughead's general behavior in this episode. So many lies and not enough fries, my friend.
Consider me warned.
Hisses to having to watch Bitter Betty start that gut-wrenching B&V fight, and to the Riverdale sound editors for making me hate the Lollipop song. I used to love that song, and now I can't even look at lollipops anymore. Lastly, this hiss is going out to Veronica for giving into Nick's peer pressure and encouraging everyone to do Jingle Jangle.
Every other night it's burgers and milkshakes. Can't we just cut loose and pretend we're normal for once?
Newsflash V, doing drugs is not, quote, normal behavior. And honestly, I'm really disappointed that that line made it into a show with such a young, impressionable fan base. Now, not to get all preachy on you River babes, but seriously, don't do drugs. It's not worth it. Just watch Riverdale and watch these videos instead, okay? You're gonna get the same high.
Drugs are bad, okay?
Moving on to kisses. This kiss is going to the fact that Jughead and Hot Dog finally came together. Now, for all you non-Archie comic fans out there, Hot Dog is kind of a big deal, and I was excited to see him.
Every new recruit has to take care of Hot Dog, it's tradition.
Another kiss goes to my girl Alice Cooper for breezing into the lodge party and embracing the sultry serpent that she truly is, and for giving us the best line of the night.
Shove it, Hal.
Yeah, shove it, Black Hood. I mean, Hal. Sorry. Kisses to our second Pussycats performance of the season, and a last kiss to the fact that we got our first sneak peek of a new romance. Now, I revealed at Comic-Con that Josie and Reggie are going to become a full-fledged couple later this season, and I'll have more from Ashley Murray and Charles Melton on that subject soon. Until then, what are we gonna call them? Jedgie? Rosie? Ooh, I like Rosie. Hit the comments with your favorite shipper names right now. All right, guys, moving on. To cap off this week's Hisses and Kisses, we have some special guest commentary. That's right, Madelaine Petsch, aka
Riverdale's resident it girl, Cheryl Blossom,
weighed in with her Hisses and Kisses.
I've already got a hiss.
Okay.
I hate Nick St. Clair.
Yes.
He could possibly burn somewhere, and I wouldn't be upset. Let's stick him in Thornhill before I burn it.
Yes.
Rewind.
I want Nick to pay, to suffer, to burn in hell.
I hate Nick St. Clair more than I hate Miss Grundy. Whoa. Which is a lot. That's a lot.
Nick's a monster.
And I would not be that upset if he suffered the same fate.
Oh, well, you never know. Anything's possible, never know.
What were your kisses for this episode?
My kiss is girl power. When I read the script and saw that the Pussycats and Veronica saved Cheryl, I thought it was such a fun moment for all the girls to get together, minus Betty. Obviously, she's got more important things to deal with. But I just thought it was such a great moment. And I remember shooting that. It was just so epic. And it was just like a really great moment, like for girls who don't always get along, by the way, to like get together and like stand up for each other, and like for girls to always be on each other's sides. Like I think that was a really great moment. And I think he deserved a good ass kicking. So.
Oh, completely.
Yeah.
And when she says girls who don't get along, she means their characters, not in real life.
Oh,
They
yes.
all get
we love each other in real life.
I've got your back. I can
like,
see where that was going. Now it's time to hear from you guys. Share your hisses and kisses from this week's episode in the comments below, and you could be featured on the next episode. And tune in next time for our Sweetwater Secrets preview episode of 206, Chapter 19, Death Proof, because I'll have behind-the-scenes scoop from Camila Mendez and Lily Reinhart talking all about B and V's fight, plus a special look at how Cammie and Lily's real-life best friendship first began, so you don't want to miss that. And if you guys had fun with me, please give this video a like and hit subscribe on ET's YouTube channel, and of course, click the link in my description below to ring the bell so you never miss an episode of Sweetwater Secrets. See you next time, River Babes.